There's plenty of fun ahead in the home stretch of Athletes Unlimited. Charlotte North will need to be her goal-scoring best for Team Bosco in a clash with Captain Sam Apuzzo, another Top Gun finisher. Then a game of Guardians with Taylor Marino, stopper extraordinaire, in a goalie duel with Katie Glynn, who saves her best for last. It's all in the footwork with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. You're watching Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN, presented by Nike. Rested and refreshed, a new work week unfolds at USA Lacrosse headquarters in Sparks, Maryland. The captains have the control as Team Bosco squares off against Team Apuzzo. If you haven't been keeping score, here's how Athletes Unlimited takes shape. 56 premier players broken up into 4 teams that change every week through a captain's draft. They're all in the chase to be the single champion in a game where the stats can be positive or negative over a 4-week spell. It is so nice to see you again alongside Courtney Martinez-Connor, a 5-time national champion at Maryland. I'm Joe Beninati. Courtney, we hit the final few days now of this regular season. How do the players approach week 4?
You know, it's all about finishing on that positive note. They want the all-coveted 3 wins here in Week 4. They know that's going to help not just the team, but especially those captains who are near the top of the leaderboard.
This is the week where we hit the coup de grace. We will be crowning a champion on Sunday. When we left you last Sunday, these were the 4 players in place to be back in the captain's chairs.
Taylor Marino, Sam Apuzzo, they have not changed colors throughout the entire season of Athletes Unlimited. Last week, Abby Bosco, Katie Glynn just flipped colors, so expect for these 4 to be leading in terms of the leaderboard if they can keep their team at the top.
Let's begin with a breakdown for Game 1. Abby Bosco has been nothing but a bright light in this her rookie season.
She is so fun to watch on the field. Abby Bosco, she just knows where the ball is at all times. She is physical on the field. She is unafraid of making contact, intercepting balls. Oftentimes, she starts the offense with her great interceptions on the field. She's tough, but calm, cool, and collected.
She can rely on a very potent duo of attackers this week, Charlotte North and Kenzie Kent.
Kenzie Kent is one of those players who's just slow, quick, slithery, sneaky in and around the crease, but she can shoot from a distance as well. Charlotte North, I call her that generational talent because she is powerful, she's deceptive on the field, she draws a lot of attention from those defensive players.
Just incredible around the cage. Courtney, it's been a couple of weeks since these two have been on the same team together, but when they were in week 2, they were dynamite.
In week 2, they were both wearing gold. They had an opportunity to run a lot of the 2-man game, picks and slips. They really like working well together, and I talked with Charlotte North about that earlier from today's game, and she was just excited to be on the same team with Kenzie Kent again.
Flipping the script, when it's punch, counter punch, most folks don't mind having Sam Apuzzo in their corner.
You know, she is a captain that everybody loves to play for. She's versatile on the field. She just has that will to win and gets everybody going on the field. She thrives under pressure, so expect for her to have the ball in her stick a lot.
And when Sam needs a breather, Lauren Gilbert can take up the slack.
Number 1, she just loves to dodge. She does it with her speed, her athleticism. She runs at that defense and has an often time where she will just beat that matchup with ease because of that pure speed that she has. I don't think there's anybody on the field faster than Lauren Gilbert.
A definite road runner. Maria Tribalpiece has the sidelines for us. Here she explains Lauren's success.
Lauren Gilbert said she struggled to find her identity as a player her freshman year in college. She said that she played timid. She wasn't as aggressive as she usually is. At the end of the season, her coach came up to her and said, "Look, I know what you're capable of, but I need you to play to that level if you want to see the field next season." So Lauren went home and worked harder than she ever had before. She said she came back a completely different player. And she says that moment kind of defined her college career as well as the success that she's been having here in Athletes Unlimited.
It turned out very well for her, didn't it, Maria? She has been spectacular in the goal-scoring department in her first couple of seasons as a pro. She'll be wearing the color orange in this, the final week of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. This is game number 19 of 24. as we are headed for the home stretch. Team Apuzzo against Team Bosco. Sam Apuzzo, all she does is work as a captain, Courtney, 8 straight weeks wearing the captain's colors. And throughout this time in Athletes Unlimited, Charlotte North has contributed in all the games, taking us into the game. Charlotte, can you believe how quickly the first 3 weeks of play have flown by?
Oh gosh, it's gone by way too fast. We're just trying to soak up every last minute being on the field out here together this weekend.
Charlotte, before the game, when you had the opportunity to tell me that funny little joke that you played on Sam Apuzzo, can you let everybody in on that?
I took her jersey out of her locker and put it on for walking photos. Love messing with Sam, but honestly, she's so awesome and an awesome person to be around. We're lucky to have her in this league.
Charlotte, you'd look good in 14. Hang in there in 88. We'll be checking in with you throughout the night. Thanks very much. Getting set for this one to go. The officials are Ronnie Anton, Kim Kramer, Erica Leslie, Liz Brush. Lynn Bowers will be the table official. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor Maria, Tribal Peace, your announced team here in Sparks, Maryland. Temperatures in the mid-70s. It's muggy, it's humid, it's overcast. The players could feel it when they were hitting the turf for warm-ups. It's like a lead blanket out there as they play in the 19th game of this season. We're just getting going. Team Apuzzo in orange.
Joe, for those that don't understand the humidity, it's like that thickness, right? Every time you breathe in, and these players know it's been raining throughout the day. Curious about the slippage possibilities. This is the first time that any of these teams have played in the rain all season. Athletes
Unlimited is played 10-on-10. Mastriani going to the goal. She rings one off the crossbar. Big ricochet towards midfield. Erica Evans overruns it. Lauren Gilbert first time. And now it's unsettled for Arsenal. Working in quickly, bang, bang, doorstep. A slam dunk for Van Thoff.
When you look at play on the field, ground balls are everything. The hustle can be there, but you got to finish with the basics. Dempsey Arsenal to Van Thoff, right in transition. You see that little no-look pass. Van Thoff knew she was waiting for that pass. I like that little shift, chains of levels. A lot of players know Kaylee Waters in goals, tough to beat, so you got to move her.
And like a good baseball pitcher with Waters, with respect to if you're going to get her, you better get her early in the game, and right off the bat, no chance there for Kaylee, as Van Thoff whistles past number 43 for the strike, just 59 seconds into the contest. Roster sizes in Athletes Unlimited, 14 players. The goals are 80 yards apart. Every moment matters in Athletes Unlimited, a very unique scoring system. Points add up quickly. They subtract from your leaderboard very quickly. You'll be seeing the leaderboard throughout the day as Kenzie Kent goes to the cage. Kent picked up quickly by Mastriani. There's a 60-second shot clock in Athletes Unlimited. You can also see there's an 8-meter key. If you score from beyond that, 2 points for your team, 16 for yourself. This is the week we crown the champion. 4 medalists on Sunday, 1 individual champ. Wood draws the North assignment again. Kayla's been really good this summer. North rolls back and fires. That goes wide of the cage, guarded by number 19, Britt Reed, third-year pro in Athletes Unlimited. Shot clock's at 20. Pass to the interior. Quick stick score. Erica Evans.
As Team Bosco is looking to see any weak points of this defense, Kenzie Kent, you see her being hounded by Lizzie Colson. A nice little pass to the inside. She knows that Kayla Wood is not going to be sliding off of Charlotte North. They're not looking for those inside collapses, so that frees up the dominant hand of Erica Evans from Team Canada. She has been so crucial all over the field, and she has done an excellent job here in this, her rookie season of Athletes Unlimited.
Kenzie Kent getting that mouth guard readjusted. She gets 4 points for the assist. Evans gets 12 for the goal. We're level at 1 with those 2 strikes coming in the first 2 minutes of the game. The same Erica Evans, who is a 3-time national champion indoors with Team Canada, where the game comes so quickly. She loves the quick sticks around the crease. Evans deposits one to tie things up, as possession belongs to Team Bosco in blue. Bosco, the rookie captain, who fared quite well last week, taking 2 out of 3. Sammy Joe Tracy is number 13 in blue, sharing the ball with the co-chair of the Player Executive Committee. That's Lindsey McCone. Grace Griffin rounding out the midfield unit. Works off the split dodge from right to left. Shaded by Dempsey Arsenault there defensively. Colson picks up North now. Lizzie Colson, one of the top contenders for Defender of the Year. North, no shooting lane. Shot clock's at 15. Pass inside, gets away from Sammy Joe Tracy. Shot clock's at 8. McCone outside the arc. Long way from the cooker. North bluffs it. This is a shot clock violation against Team Bosco. -2 for everyone in blue.
Joe, so often people are going to hear us talk about everything that happens on the field. There is a consequence, whether positive or negative. That time for the defense, they were able to get a +2 for their entire team. You saw Charlotte with the pump fake. There are no shooting space or 3-second calls in Athletes Unlimited. It's on the onus of the shooter knowing when and where to shoot, but defense cannot stand there in front of that lane purposely trying to not get the shooter to take that quality shot.
Dempsey Arsenault on the move. Arsenault attempting to get to the interior, forced away. Apuzzo, stick check there, but fouled by fellow captain Abby Bosco. Apuzzo slings this back behind for Vanthof, 20 seconds to shoot. Mastriani off the flip. Vanthof, the goal scorer for Team Apuzzo. In the early going, Erica Evans has countered. This is the fine rookie Moreau who works to the outside. Amy Moreau looking to Gilbert. Gilbert off the question mark. No room provided her by Courtney Taylor. Good defense for the Team Bosco in blue, and back-to-back shot clock violations.
Team Bosco, anything you can do, I can do better. Again, with that great defensive stand. So often here in Athletes Unlimited Season 3, we've seen just tough defenses kind of lowering the score than what we've seen in past years, just making it very hard for those attackers to get some good quality shots on goal.
North floats this one inside. Sammy Joe Tracy with the defense collapsing around her. Folks, there are 20 points available for everybody on the roster when your team wins an individual quarter in Athletes Unlimited. The squad gets 45 when they produce a victory overall. So there are 20 points on the line in the remaining 5+ minutes of this, at the moment, a 1-1 game. Should the score be tied after one, those 20 points would carry over. The second frame would be worth 40. Officials restarting things. Dempsey Arsenault, who placed 6th on the overall leaderboard last season. Arsenault, every week of the season, drafted on Monday in the top 4, the only player who can say that. She doesn't have to wait very long on Mondays when the captains bark out her name. And usually, Sam Apuzzo is looking for Arsenault each and every time.
There's no question about that. Team USA teammates at Boston College, asking Sam Apuzzo about that. She just kind of smiled. Every opportunity she gets, you know, she's taken Dempsey.
Arsenault glides in from the bad angle. She sent it wide, backed up on the end line by Apuzzo. They reset the shot clock there. Apuzzo turns, goes over the back, and scores! A brilliant flick of the stick.
Anytime you're playing defense on Sam Apuzzo, you know she's going to come up with something new. Bosco talked about Sam Apuzzo, that ability for her just to generate flow of offense, and this is no stranger. Sam Apuzzo, the nice little behind the back.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN is sponsored by Nike and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impacts. Taylor Vanthoff and Sam Apuzzo sandwiching strikes around a goal from Erica Evans. It's a 2-1 advantage for the team dressed in orange. 20 points available for the team that wins each individual quarter in Athletes Unlimited. Courtney, we mentioned every Monday it's draft time. Amanda Johansson was the #1 overall pick.
She is just so consistent all over the field. That's why you recognize her. Plus, she has a lot of height advantage at that draw circle. You look at the rest that round things out. O'Miller, Mastriani, Kent, Johansson have all been selected, all great players in their own right. But Dempsey Arsenault stands out. And again, you look at Sam Apuzzo. She is always up at the top. You know she's going to be drafting her best friend each and every time.
7 different players with a lot of wardrobe changes this summer, and just 3 to wear the same for all 4 weeks. One of those, Captain Sam Apuzzo. And here, she explains what's cooking when you're a captain.
I think the captain's role is so special. It's a really cool opportunity and very unique to this league. Each week you learn something new, and with wins and losses, you take it to each week. And I think the biggest part that I've learned is building a team with great chemistry and that team that has fun, because those are the teams that win and those are the teams that pull through in hard situations. I hope to be kind of a leader in those moments of like grounding a team and kind of getting them through tough situations and kind of building that like chemistry and camaraderie through that.
Dempsey Arsenault, as we take a look at her, she and her best friend, Sam Apuzzo, teammates yet again. They both just feel like they play better together. That team chemistry that they're looking to build quickly, whether it's with new players on Team Apuzzo this week or consistent players who've been wearing orange in the past. They said with the 2 of them, that connection that they're looking to thrive among, they can hopefully get those other teammates involved.
Apuzzo there on the left, number 14, the first Athletes Unlimited athlete in any of the sports to be captain every week over a 2-season span. This is 8 weeks in a row that Apuzzo has been able to name her roster. Sam, a season ago, placed second in the chase for the individual championship, bested only by Taylor Marino, who beat her by the grand total of 16 points. Those 2 beginning this final week of season 3, right there in the hunt again, sitting 1-2 on the leaderboard. North is hovering back behind the cage. She has Wood hung up. Charlotte will look for the passing lane and find Kenzie Kent against Meg Dowdy. North turns. Wood right there with the good footwork. Interesting to see Dowdy back on Kent. Last week, number 29 in the orange, Meg Dowdy blanked Kenzie Kent, who was on a terrific roll at the time. Griffin with 13 to shoot. Sammy Jo from behind the cage, tough angle, she sent it wide. And this ball belongs to Team Apuzzo in orange.
You know, a lot of different looks quickly for the team in orange.
Nice ride by Kenzie Kent. She gets the ball back for Team Bosco.
And that athleticism in the ride, Alex Ostholman, Kenzie Kent, they have the ability to get that ball back. It's not just about playing attack, putting the ball into the back of the net. They know the more opportunities that they have that ball in their stick, giving themselves a new 60 seconds. The best opportunities arise with those players working together.
Griffin's submarine shot went wide. It's backed up on the end line by Charlotte North. North just 1 shot to this point in the contest. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. That one rattles around. Rebound chance. Score! On the follow-up, it's Molly Garrett.
Again, this was all set up due to the big ride. Kenzie Kent getting that cause turnover, the ball back. Her team having an opportunity to have the ball. Charlotte North with the initial shot. Molly Garrett picking up the garbage. That's the 3rd offensive opportunity that Team Bosco had in a row. So very important. Again, it's all generated from number 88 initially. All eyes are on her. That opens up the rest of the team.
Molly Garrett engaged to her fiance Madeline. They'll be getting married this December. Molly, who didn't play in Athletes Unlimited last season, but was a member in season number 1, levels a count of 2. For every assist during this year's Athletes Unlimited lacrosse season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Stay tuned throughout the season. See how many trees will be planted thanks to Aspiration's support. Inside the draw circle, Mastriani and McCone, familiar combatants. This is a missed draw. Alternating possession will be with Team Apuzzo. In a 2-2 game, 20 points on the line when you win the quarter. If we remain tied, those 20 will carry over. The second will be worth 40. Vanthoff, who started the scoring spree, maneuvers in against Evans, finds Mastriani. Arsenal, jitterbugs back. Mastriani fires and scores. A rocket to the top shelf.
A lot of offensive movement for Team Apuzzo in the orange jerseys. From Mastriani, nice little two-man play with Dempsey Arsenal. We see she opens up her body to the ball. That's so very important in the two-man game. You always want to be in a position to catch, turn, and fire. Ali Mastriani making that look so easy.
So in that two-player game, what do the defenders have to do? How do they communicate through it?
Oh, you have to call left and right. You both can't be going to the ball. That's oftentimes just the miscommunication in that two-player game. You have to speak early and often, but then you have to be able to read and react, especially if one defensive player does something not in consistency with what they just said.
2 minutes to go in the first. The opening frame in this game, number 19 of 24. This final week of Season 3 with Athletes Unlimited. Dempsey Arsenal already with a pair of assists. Lizzie Colson, who is furious around the draw circle, looking for a ground ball here. The possession still being fought for. And the officials stop play with 1:42 to go in the first.
We're going to see our first free position of this match. Dempsey Arsenal generally quick off of the line. Graceful as she sprints this ball in.
One-on-one against Kaylee Waters. Waters with the denial. Rebound chances swatted away, and Waters will leave the crease to get the ground ball. 5 points for every goalie save as we, late in the quarter, get the timeout called by Team Bosco facilitator Rachel Hillhouse. Facilitators are helpers, they're advisors, they're organizers on draft day. They are hugely critical to the success of the teams.
They are. Abby Bosco, captain of her team, she is on the field. She was trying to help out her goalkeeper in that situation, Kaylee Waters. So she's trying to ask for the ball. That's when you need to rely on that facilitator to help you out, especially when your team is in need of keeping possession of the ball.
Kaylee Waters with another terrific stop there off of the free position shot from Dempsey Arsenal. Charlotte North is wearing a microphone for us in this game. It's time to go into the contest with Air National Guard.
Bomba! 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 You're really weird and Alex smells. Give her the whole lane. And then we'll react. Yeah.
Do you want me to cut away?
Yeah, it depends who's on you.
Hey,
Don't say hi unless you're setting a pick. If it's ISO through, and then work on that backside. Because you're the lefty over there.
Charlotte's a little critical there. I hope she wouldn't call me weird. I hope.
All in good fun.
All in good fun.
You know, I loved hearing the players when they talk what they will on the field, the direction, the listening ears, because you can have a lot of people talking, but it's just a matter of who's going to listen and apply what you're saying.
It's really amazing. Charlotte, a star player in this league, wearing the IFB and the mic the whole time, all season. You have to give her tremendous credit and the league credit while she's competing for a championship and all the leaderboard points and all the financial rewards. She's been very generous with her time. 70 seconds left in the first.
You know, and that's not easy to do. You and I, as we sit up here and watch what these players accomplish on the field at full speed, so athletic and fast, and then to answer a question or two from us.
North fidgets in against Wood. Looked like Wood may have picked her pocket there for a second. Ball down. Final 50 seconds of this opening quarter. Mastriani on the dead sprint with Kent. They still joust for it. As the ball will roll out of bounds, the officials will award possession to Team Bosco. A chance for them to not the score. Remember, 20 points available for the team that wins the quarter. Now, after a quick conversation, Team Apuzzo gets the ball with 20 seconds left, and they control the lead. They could bank the 20 if they just chill out. Mastriani, who gave Team Apuzzo the lead at 3-2, wanders in against McCone. 3 seconds in the quarter. Moreau, roll back. No shot there at the final horn of the first. 3-2 for Team Apuzzo. They take the 20 points down.
And that all stemmed from the defensive cause turnover. Kayla Wood securing the ball for her team in orange, where they could run that clock out. Again, it's all about defense, doing what they need to do on their end of the field to help that offense.
Team Apuzzo and Team Bosco, 1/4 of the way through regulation. Back and forth game, up and down the field. A muggy night in Sparks, Maryland, not slowing down these greats. 3-2 Apuzzo after 1.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk that. At the same time, gotta walk that. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Third, the throw home, got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
10-minute quarters in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, presented by Nike. First quarter complete, and Team Apuzzo grabs the 20 points per frame with a 3-2 advantage. Ali Mastriani, the lead goal, coming late in that opening quarter. Folks, everyone loves to rep Athletes Unlimited. You can too. Be sure to check out all of the great gear, including the new Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse player name and number t-shirts. Go to shop.auprosports.com and you can get yours today. Joe and Courtney up in the booth, Maria on the sidelines for you. We show you what's at stake for these athletes. There's a chunk of change available.
And that's a big chunk of change, but many of these players, they realize there's something bigger than themselves. Yes, they want to be at the top of the leaderboard, but they understand that their captains this week are the biggest ones in the hunt, and they just want to perform on the field so that way they can give them the best opportunity to get that all-coveted first place.
Charlotte North is tuned in there with us. Charlotte, for most of that first quarter, it was Kayla Wood defending. What's it like to work against her?
She's a great defender, really athletic, and plays body well. We're just trying to get a feel for what they're doing, who they're sliding to, and adjust from there. But we thought it was a good effort in the first quarter.
Charlotte, the defense, had a shot clock where they were able to stop the offense of Sam Apuzzo. When you look at what they're able to do on the field, can you talk about those efforts?
100%. I think our defense is, loaded. I mean, Abby is a rookie, but she's a great leader back there. And Courtney Taylor is amazing, and Katrina Geiger. They're just lockdown defenders, 1v1 defensively. And so I think they're doing a great job of being a unit as well, communicating back there. You can hear them, and that leads to a lot of success down there.
Charlotte, we appreciate the input. We'll be back with you soon.
Thanks.
As she gets set for this draw to start the second quarter. Bottom of the hour time. USA Lacrosse HQ in Sparks, Maryland, some 20 miles north of Baltimore. It's a muggy, humid Thursday night for game number 19 of 24. Sam Apuzzo, who was blanked last Sunday, that doesn't happen very often. In fact, there's only been 2 games in her Athletes Unlimited career, 2 of 36, in which she has not scored a goal. She took care of that pretty early on tonight with a beautiful behind-the-back shot. Moreau, who seems comfortable at both ends of the field, off the roll dodge, working in there, forced back away. Good pressure provided by Grace Griffin. This is Apuzzo against her fellow captain. Bosco gets that assignment. Apuzzo driving in, feed it to the outside, Gilbert. Familiar high knees working into her split dodge. Van Thoff, towering attacker, 5'11", 6 foot tall. Shaded there by Katrina Geiger. Mastriani swivels, 4 seconds to shoot. Gets underneath, puts that one off the post. Brand new 60-second shot clock. Kaylee Waters' best friends make the denial.
You begin to see the matchups that are going to be key. As you had already mentioned, captain versus captain, Geiger and Van Thoff. A lot of players stepping out. Many of these middies having difficult tasks. They don't just have to run the full length of the field.
Gilbert with a surprise release there, and she beats Waters.
We mentioned Lauren Gilbert early on. Her ability to beat that 1v1 matchup. Courtney Taylor, no slouch on that defensive end, but she used the pick of Dempsey Arsenault. That created a switch. As you see this again, not a lot of time to communicate, and again, that explosive speed from Lauren Gilbert, making it hard for any defenders to talk in that situation.
The 5-hole shot beating Waters there between the wickets. Gilbert has goals in all 10 of her games this season. She's been even money to get on the board. Last week she climbed some 12 spaces on the overall leaderboard. This is the week when we get fixated on the leaderboard. The top 4 at the end of business on Sunday will receive medals. There'll be a Defender of the Year award. There'll be a Teammate of the Year award doled out as well, as Team Apuzzo has 4 on the boards from 4 different goal getters. Gilbert giving Team Apuzzo the 1-0 advantage in this second quarter alone. Another 20 points available. Colson lost that out of her cross, but it's picked up on the move by Moreau. The draw story level at 4 apiece. You get 2 points for a draw control in Athletes Unlimited.
And then the draw so coveted. However, the score tends to be a lot higher than what it is, than what you would see in an NCAA game. Usually the draw score is all about the same score as the game. However, with the 60-second shot clock, it just seems to not have as much of an impact as it does in the NCAA collegiate game.
Mastriani, nice face dodge. The bouncer goes wide of Waters. On a shot when the ball goes out of bounds, closest to it where and when it leaves the field gets possession. So this is a caused turnover back over to Team Bosco in blue. As you see the leaderboard scrolling, the colors next to the players' names, those are the jersey colors they're wearing in week 4. We had our last captain's draft back on Monday.
And every player in orange and blue is going to have the opportunity to move up that leaderboard throughout this entire game. Those players not in orange and blue, they will be playing in the second game of the evening, so they will stay still as needed on that leaderboard.
That's Team Marino against Team Glenn, the goalie matchup, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN+. Evans with a nice move and a better finish. Erica Evans slides one by Britt Reed for her second of the day.
Erica Evans generally likes those big sweeping dodges where she's able to come across that entire arc. This time, a bunch of stutters, and then acting like she's gonna go to that strong side, a quick little face dodge, and that's what got her defensive player, Dempsey Arsenault, tough to beat. But again, the slide a little bit late coming from Ali Mastriani, freeing up that strong hand. And quality finish for Erica Evans. Again, her ability to get to the cage quickly is one of her biggest strengths.
In that instance, I'm always expecting maybe a plant to the foot, a rocker step to come back to her left. Instead, she just folded it over and put it away.
That's most definitely what Dempsey Arsenault thought she was going to do, because that's what she's signature move does to that left side, but you evolve as you play on this field.
Team Bosco canning 3 of its first 7 shots in this affair. Kenzie Kent driving in against Meg Dowdy. Charlotte North will wait back behind the goal. She'll be engaged by Kayla Wood, who's trying to disturb her off her path to the goal. Good work there again by Wood, putting the ball down on the ground. You heard Charlotte North compliment Kayla Wood's defensive capabilities, and here it is Wood coming up with a ground ball.
You know, Kayla Wood is one of those players, we saw it in season 1. She was right out of college. She's just fundamentally sound. She sits low, doesn't take a lot of risks.
Scotty Rose Growney fires. That's stopped by Waters. The rebound into the cross of Katrina Geiger. Geiger's outlet will send Sammy Jo Tracy back the other way. Waters with a 3 stops so far in the half. Garrett, who scored in the first, going to the goal again. Run to the ditch by Ali Mastriani. Just past the 4-minute mark in the second quarter. Team of Puzo has a 4-3 advantage. The second quarter scoreboard is level at 1. Griffin fires and scores. She picked the top corner.
What I like about Team Bosco is they have 2 lefties on the field. Grace Griffin, Erica Evans. Again, there's that natural sweeping left-handed alley dodge. But Grace Griffin, this shot, I believe, was outside of that 2-point line. So this is a 2-point goal for her. This should.
Had to have both feet behind the 8-meter. They're going to review it in-house to see if it's a 1 or a 2. Grace Griffin with goals in 6 of her 10.
Review, it is a blue challenge.
Lynn
Currently,
Bowers,
it is a 1 goal.
the official, informing the House that there has been a challenge levied by Team Bosco facilitator Rachel Hillhouse. Is this a 1 or a 2?
So we see she plants with her right and then her left. It's out of her stick before she lands inside of that scoring area. So that should be a 2-point as we take another look. That left foot's planted, and then the ball is out of her stick. It doesn't have to be in the goal by the time her foot lands, but this is clearly a 2-point goal from those angles that we've just seen.
Now the officials will be seeing other views as well as the ones we're showing you. The ball appeared to be out of the cross of Griffin while her pivot foot was still on the 2-point side, and the officials are going to award the 2 here. Grace Griffin gets 2 for the team and 16 for herself.
The ruling on the field is reversed. It is a 2-goal.
And that was a smart challenge, Joe, of Team Bosco. This essentially would have just evened the score, but now they are up by a goal after that 2-point from Grace Griffin.
Bosco takes its first lead of the day, a 5-4 advantage. Grace Griffin, former Maryland Terrapin, working with Abby Bosco, another former Terp. Bosco's career beginning at the University of Pennsylvania, finishing up with the Terrapins. McCone and Mastriani inside the draw circle. Bosco roaring to the 5-4 lead, having scored each of its last 3 shots on cage. Kenzie Kent and Team Bosco in possession now with 5.5 to play before the first half intermission activities. Griffin has it again. Grace angles her way in. Sammy Jo Tracy joining her at the attack end, 6-on-6. There has not been any player-up situation so far. Colson this time against Kent. Kenzie's seen a lot of Meg Dowdy in the early going. Charlotte North on the ISO back behind. North angles in, draws a double. The ball comes out of her cross again. Wood and Apuzzo combine to take it away from number 88.
Kayla Wood so solid in her footwork, her stick, but then that little bit of aggressiveness, you got to take some risks on the defensive end. in order to get those caused turnovers.
Kayla Wood, 3 times a captain back in the inaugural season of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Like Abby Bosco, a quote-unquote rookie captain, Kayla always mentions her older sister Ariane as an inspiration to her. Arsenal feeds. Apuzzo comes a-running, 20 on the shot clock. Apuzzo fires. That's a stop there for Waters crossing over the rebound. There was a whistle before it was deposited. Kaylee Waters acrobatically with her 4th stop in this game. 4 minutes to go in the half. Bad clearing effort there, right to Ali Palermo. It'll give Team Apuzzo another offensive crack.
And that's tough to swallow defensively after you've done such a great job making saves, looking to clear that ball. There's been a lot of turnovers for Team Bosco.
Quarter points in the second, 3-1 favoring Bosco in the chase for those 20 points when you win the frame. Arsenault already with the 2 helpers. Gets a step on Griffin, fires and scores. Dempsey, Arsenault having a big first half.
Again, anytime you give the ball right back to Team Apuzzo, they are going to make you pay off of this hard ride.
Dempsey Arsenault doesn't need a lot of room. A sliver of space and a fine finish. And we are back level at USA Lacrosse headquarters. The 2-point goal from Grace Griffin has given Team Bosco the 3-2 lead in the second quarter in the race for those 20 points that are available, the same 20 that Team Apuzzo won by winning the opening quarter 3-2. As a result, you do the math, it's 5-5 late in the opening half. Courtney, let's have a look at the top 10 overall on the leaderboard. The top 4 on Sunday, once the MVP voting is complete, will medal in Athletes Unlimited.
You look at this long list. The players who have been at the very top have big-time weekends. The biggest weekends that you've seen, 500-plus points in an entire weekend. So you can't count out any of those 5 through 10 spots if Taylor Marino, Sam Apuzzo, Abby Bosco, Katie Glynn, if they are not having stellar weekends individually, Joe, because it's all about those individual points, earning MVP, as well as your team doing well with wins or quarter-to-quarter wins.
Last season, Marino and Apuzzo went down to the final seconds before we were able to declare a title winner. And this year, those two find themselves on top. But they've reached the numbers that they've reached in a variety of different ways. Look at the difference between Marino's stat points compared to Apuzzo.
You know, Taylor Marino, she has caused turnovers, ground balls. She makes saves as a goalie. And then Apuzzo scoring goals. She does have the ability to cause turnovers or win some draw controls, but she leads in that win category. Quarter to quarter, I don't think there's any player better than her to come up with big-time points in that era. And both of them earn a lot of MVP, but again, Sam Apuzzo with 240, that's a lot. And her teammates, those opponents, they are recognizing what she does on the field.
Folks, we've been at this now for 3 seasons of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, and only 2 players have more than 4,000 combined leaderboard points. You're looking at one of them, Sam Apuzzo. The other just did it last weekend, at the end of last weekend, and she's on her way back to the goal circle for Team Bosco. It's Kaylee Waters. They are the only 2 ever to have 4,000 points plus in Athletes Unlimited. Remember back to Charlotte North last weekend, Courtney. She finished up with a 5-goal game North to this point has not put a point on the board, just 2 shots overall in this, the first of 3 games this weekend, the final week of Athletes Unlimited. McCone gets the draw control with 3:20 remaining in the half.
You know, when you're a big-time player, you draw the best defensive player, and it makes it more difficult for you to get to that goal.
North on the way there, stopped by Reed. 5 points for that save. She took it off of her forearm. And then Dowdy wins the backup. The ball goes over to Team Apuzzo. In this second quarter, I have the count 3-2 in favor of Bosco. Goals from Gilbert and Arsenault for the team dressed in orange. The 2-pointer from Griffin is the difference right now in the second. Off and running Arsenault, who has a goal and 2 assists in the opening quarters. Gilbert, as usual, already on the board. Lauren will play it up top. Apuzzo attacking a long way from the cage. Now against Geiger. Geiger right there in her hip pocket. Apuzzo off the roll, fires and scores! Sam Apuzzo dents the twine again.
There was a mismatch on the defensive end of the field. You did not see Abby Bosco on Sam Apuzzo. This time it was Katrina Geiger. Sam Apuzzo liked what she felt. You see her working so hard in that 1v1 matchup. She's not ever going to do just one move, especially off of that 2-man game. She has a lot of options, but the back and forth style, again, it's that will to win for Sam Apuzzo.
Arsenault and Apuzzo 64 seconds apart, changing the complexion of the game again. It's 6-5 as Sam Apuzzo has a couple of tallies already. Friends, you can experience the excitement of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse in person here at Sparks, Maryland. Join us for Saturday's Heroes Day games, 1 and 3:30 Eastern. The first 250 fans will be receiving an Athletes Unlimited car magnet giveaway. Go to auprosports.com/tickets to get yours. We'd love to see you this Saturday and Sunday. Final 2 days of Athletes Unlimited Season 3. Season 1 came back in 2021. Former Maryland great and Tewaaraton Award winner Taylor Cummings was the original and inaugural champion. Taylor Marino won it a season ago. We'll find out on Sunday who gets the nod this time around. The top 4 receive medals on the leaderboard when we are through with MVP voting Sunday. Gilbert on the move against Taylor. Taylor, who covers so much ground. Her footwork is exceptional. It's Arsenault's turn now against Griffin. Scotty Rose Growney, who has a range, a powerful outside shot. Looking to the inside, jump shot there. Gilbert stabbed by Waters. She's up to a half a dozen stops in the first half alone.
Kaylee is so fun to watch in goal. She's super athletic, incredibly vocal. Everything you want out of a goalkeeper, to be that defensive quarterback for that entire defensive unit. Anytime a player moves, you want to move on a string, but she is calling out who is going where and when.
Graphic just showed you 6 saves for Waters, 2 to this point for Reed. 70 seconds left in the half. 28 on the shot clock and an acrobatic effort from Kent. It's one of those that's very close to the 2-point delivery from below goal line extended. Kenzie Kent has one of those already this season. Could this be her second?
Kenzie Kent behind that cage. Joe, her toe wasn't even near that line. As we take one more look at this, a different angle, getting her defensive player to turn one direction, the other. She's another natural lefty for Team Bosco. She acts like she's going strong side. I love the backhanded little action on goal. And again, her foot is nowhere near the line. This is no doubt a 2-point goal as she has given the lead back to Team Bosco. First Griffin with a 2-pointer up top. Now Kent from behind.
And overall, 5 points to 3 in favor of Bosco. We go inside the draw circle. McCone and Mastriani. Set up there by the official Ronnie Anton. Draw control for Mastriani. She picks up the veteran Lizzie Colson. Colson was a captain earlier in this season. Back in week 2, she and her mates went 1 and 2. Each of these teams will be united for the 3 games remaining on their calendars. All throughout the summer, we've been shuffling the lineups through a captain's draft. Bosco has the advantage until this rush. Final 30 seconds of the half. Shot clock's at 27. Apuzzo enters the picture. All the way through Growney. Scotty Rose put that one wide of the cage. The backup belongs to Team Bosco. Bosco's squad about to win the 20 points for everybody on the roster for winning this individual quarter. That'll be official in 9 seconds. Mackenzie Kent made it happen with a diving 2-point effort from below goal line extended. Garrett on the go. She lets it fly. That's plucked out of the air by Britt Reed as the horn sounds, ending the opening half. Second quarter summary favors Team Bosco by a 5-3 margin.
2 back-to-back 2-point goals by Griffin and Kent, giving that 5-3 lead to the team in blue. What I liked about their offense and how they were able to walk away with the 20 points of the second quarter is they were challenging from a bunch of different areas. We didn't see that same thing over and over again. That, again, keeps the defense on their toes and gives an advantage to the offense.
Prior to this afternoon's games, 8 of the first 18 have been decided by 1 point. And we're involved in a 1-point game right now for Team Bosco in blue. The advantage for the rookie captain is a 7-6 margin. Kenzie Kent, Grace Griffin, each with 2-point goals in the opening half. We send it to Maria Tribalpiche, standing by with Kenzie Kent.
Kenzie, that 2-point goal put your team ahead. How are you able to find the back of the net on those shots?
Yeah, my defender was playing me behind, and I was able to get a step on her, and I just kind of went for it.
You seem to be the queen of the 2-point goals. Do you practice them? How does that work?
No, I just don't practice them really. Just it's another creative way to score, so trying to do that as much as I can.
Your team lost the first quarter, won the second. What adjustments did you make?
We had to move the ball quicker out of dodges offensively. Defense has been strong all game, so they kind of just stuck to their game plan, and it's working out really well for them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joe?
Maria, Kenzie doesn't practice those two, but she's the inspiration for the new rule that was put in this season. She scored a goal like that last year, and you know what? The player executive committee said, well, maybe that should be worth 2. And Kent's been the beneficiary a couple of times this summer. After 2 quarters, 7-6 for Team Bosco. Both of these sides with outstanding offensive performers, and they've been on display after 20 minutes in Sparks, Maryland.
There's power in my voice.
When I use it.
To speak up for a cause.
To encourage the person next to me.
To help us hear the voiceless.
To represent my people.
To shine a light on the truth.
To show others what is possible.
To change the course of history.
To remind you of the power in yours.
There is power in your voice.
But only when you use it.
After 20 minutes of spirited play, the action has simmered down. It's halftime with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. Team Bosco and Team Apuzzo cooling their heels. The pickleball craze has not been lost on these lacrosse players who enjoy competition of all sorts.
Hey everyone, Marie McCool here. Today we are playing some pickleball on our off day. We typically do this every week, and I think we're gonna have some really, really exciting matchups today. So really excited for you all to watch. Stay in.
Yes! Oh, nice. I got it. Come up. There she is. Wow. Oh, that's a great strategy by Alex Ross. Even though Mira was getting everything, you just continue to hit it back to that same person. You. Love that. I got. Pickle, good pickle. Great pickle out here. We're working.
Lacrosse stars turned proud picklers. Way to go. Stay right there, lacrosse fans. We have more to come between quarters 2 and 3. When you return, it'll be my pleasure to share the schedules for both lacrosse and softball, Athletes Unlimited style, coming up in a jiffy. We are halfway home in the first of 2 games today from Sparks, Maryland. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse is what we're focused upon. Team Bosco and Team Apuzzo on ESPN. After today, just 2 days of play and 4 games in total remaining on the 2023 calendar in lacrosse. You can see it on the screen. Easy to remember, Saturday and Sunday doubleheaders, 1 and 3:30 Eastern, all on ESPN+. And a reminder, we will crown the champion in ceremonies post-game Sunday. Championship season number 4 of Athletes Unlimited Softball is running concurrently in Rosemont, Illinois. See it all on the family of networks this week, and then 1 more week to come for softball this summer. Odyssey Alexander, Mia Davidson, 1-2 on the leaderboard. Folks, we've got highlights coming up. Courtney Martinez-Connor insists that we reveal those next. I never keep her waiting. Stay with us. We will be back soon.
Everybody wanna go and talk that. At the same time, gotta walk that. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Third, the throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
I am the women's manager of IL Women, and I'm so glad that you're all here.
There's power in my voice.
When I use it.
To speak up for a cause.
To encourage the person next to me.
To help us hear the voiceless.
To represent my people.
To shine a light on the truth.
To show others what is possible.
To change the course of history.
To remind you of the power in yours.
There is power in your voice.
But only when you use it.
A high-scoring opening half, a very high-scoring second quarter, in particular for Team Bosco, as those two squads trade the 20 points available, each winning quarters 1 and 2. We have a 7-6 margin in favor of Team Bosco after 20 minutes of play at USA Lacrosse headquarters. Joe Beninati and Courtney Martinez-Connor with you. Court's a 5-time national champion at Maryland. Courtney, this has been a back-and-forth game. Does it benefit one particular team if there aren't big runs in this game?
You know, I think that benefits Team Bosco because Sam Apuzzo has the opportunity at any point just to really extend that lead. So anytime you can keep the game close versus her team, you're doing your job.
As we get to the highlights, a variety of goal scorers for Team Bosco paving the way to their 7 points.
Team Bosco has a lot of different players who have stepped onto that scoreboard. Molly Garrett picking up the junk right in front of the goal. Erica Evans showcasing that she can go to that right-hand side as well. And then 2 back-to-back 2-point goals. First from the top, Grace Griffin, and then you have Kenzie Kent wheeling and dealing from behind the goal at X.
Familiar names leading the way for Team Apuzzo.
Familiar names in Dempsey Arsenault, Sam Apuzzo. The 2 best friends are the ones generating offense. Dempsey Arsenault has 2 assists, 1 goal. Sam Apuzzo with 2 goals. They really know how to work with others around them and bring out the best in all of their teammates. So keep your eye on them in order for Team Apuzzo to continue getting the ball into the back of the net.
Sam really has perfected her goal-scoring celebration. Her squad trails by 1 after 1 half of play. These are the numbers through 20 minutes. The turnover story, Team Bosco just slightly more mistake-prone.
You know, they've been struggling to clear that ball from their defensive end and get it safely to their offensive side. So if they're going to continue to stay in this game, even though they're winning by 1 at this point, they're going to have to take care of the ball.
We have 20 minutes left in regulation time. We will share those with you in just a few moments. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN, presented by Nike. Team Apuzzo with its captain limbering up for the 3rd. Just about set for the final 20 minutes of regulation time. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, presented by Nike. 7-6 Team Bosco after 2 quarters of play. Courtney, let's have a look at the overall leaderboard. Reminder, on Sunday, the top 4 on this board receive the medals.
Taylor Marino still in the lead. When you look at what she's been able to do in terms of generating statistics points individually, she just is at the very top. Sam Apuzzo, she and Abby Bosco are currently playing right now, so I do expect for them to jump higher as the game progresses. But Katie Glenn also near that top. And those big-time weekends, Joe, nearing 600 points. So it's still at anybody's game for those players in the top 10.
Kaylee Waters had the most overall points on the leaderboard last week, in fact. As we go to these in-game leaders, these are the players and the moves that they're making just within this game alone.
And you see how it's very split between any player in the orange or blue, because it's been split from quarter to quarter, 20 points. So no one team is really stepping out and grabbing hold of this lead.
It's a Thursday night in the Mid-Atlantic region. Game number 19 of 24. Marino and Glenn warming up. They get the nightcap. McCone looking for the draw control. It comes up in favor of Team Bosco's Grace Griffin. On the clear with Kenzie Kent. 6-on-6 at the offensive end. Rosters at 14 apiece. Before we really sink our teeth into the third, Maria Tribalpiece had the chance to catch up with Sam Apuzzo.
Sam Apuzzo said she liked the way that her team ended the first half, especially offensively. She said, in the second half, we're just looking to connect a little bit more, connect the offense, connect to the defense, and then just be a bit more sharper and smarter with the ball.
Maria, I hope you're enjoying the sunshine that's broken through the clouds here. It's started to eat up some of that humidity in the area, which has been plaguing the day in the Mid-Atlantic region. Alex Ost-Holman spots Charlotte North. North wearing a microphone for us tonight. We've been checking in from time to time. She gets to the interior on Colson and bounced one wide. It was a bumpy ride to the interior. Another quick restart there, and jumping, it was Britt Reed to make the stop. 5 points for every goal he saved.
Joe, you can see the frustration from Charlotte. She obviously felt like she was fouled in there. It has been a point of emphasis. There were not any rule changes this year, but they just made sure to talk things through after week 1, discussing the cross checks, the displacing of those offensive players. So we have seen a tightening up of that of sorts, but probably not enough to Charlotte's liking.
Arsenault has the ball, and on the move, it's Gilbert back behind the cage for Van Thoff. We also saw defenders being called quite a bit in week 3 for walling.
That's stepping in front of that goal circle, making it difficult or near impossible for any attackers to take a quality shot on goal, because we were also seeing those cards coming out, whether it was a yellow or a red for hitting those defensive players.
7 seconds on the shot clock for Gilbert. Meandering in against Courtney Taylor. Feed it back, sneak attack, Apuzzo, she scores! A shot clock buzzer beater for the captain.
At any point, Sam has the ability to take over a game. Lauren Gilbert getting it into the rightful hands of her captain right there. Again, the shot clock, you see it winding down in the background as Sam cuts in and around that crease. She feels at home anywhere on the field, whether it X from the top. Her versatility, I think, is one of the best parts of her as a player.
When play began tonight, Sam Apuzzo was second to Charlotte North this season in total goals. She has 3 on her side of the ledger. It's the 4th time we've been tied. Charlotte North yet to strike for Team Bosco in a game that is 7-7 with 20 points on the line for the team that wins each individual quarter. Another deadlock, as you can tell, for the 4th time. Apuzzo, 7 multi-goal games this season, 6 hat tricks. The officials awarding possession to Team Bosco. Abby running towards the cage, 55 in the blue. Abby Bosco, scrappy. No defender has ever medaled in the first 2 seasons of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Bosco trying to change that script by Sunday nightfall. Kenzie Kent wheeling in against Dowdy. Lost it out of her cross. Here comes help from Reed. She's trapped out of the goal circle. A swarming Kayla Wood taking care of Charlotte North. And there's a hold and possession being turned back to the team in orange for Captain Apuzzo. Lizzie Colson on the run with Meg Dowdy, those Team USA hardworking defenders, gold medalists of last summer.
I think Kayla Wood is giving herself a strong case for being one of those defensive players of the year, especially with her performance right now on Charlotte North.
Mastriani fires and scores. She picked the far corner. Mastriani's second of the day.
Team Apuzzo not wasting any time here in the third quarter. You see them clear the lane. A nice sweeping dodge to that left side. Ali Mastriani, you just see her acceleration. As soon as the lane was cleared, just a few stutters, she basically beat that defensive player off of pure speed, quickness. She put it into that non-dom hand. But anytime you see these players on the field, you know that they work on both hands. All those young players out there, whatever you do with your strong side, make sure to follow it up with your non-dom.
2 goals, 65 seconds apart, back-to-back Apuzzo Mastriani giving Team Apuzzo the advantage. It's 9 career multi-goal games now for Ali Mastriani. She tells us that she speaks a little Spanish. That was excepcional to the far corner.
Look at you. Can you do that in Italian too?
Don't quiz me on that. Colson snaking her way back to the offensive end. 3.5 minutes gone by in our third quarter. And a timeout taken by Team Apuzzo. Apuzzo and Mastriani, the usual suspects on the board for the team dressed in orange. How does Team Bosco respond after this? I get the sneaking suspicion this game is going to go right down to the wire. Apuzzo with a couple of goals in the third. The chase for those 20 points led by the team dressed in orange. And with those 2 goals on the board, compliments of Apuzzo and Mastriani, it's an 8-7 advantage for Captain Sam. Before we start the third quarter of play, we remind you that Charlotte North has been wearing a microphone for us throughout this summer. She's again doing so this Thursday night, and it's time for us to go into the game.
If you guys are tired, like, call for, like, touches or anything, or, like, set it into something else, or, like, a 2-man.
But if you're tired, means they're tired.
Yeah, because she doesn't know how to play the sides. So let her go behind. You go, like, high middle. I'm going to top the crease. I'm going to top the crease and mirror her. Go. Go, dive. Dive. That is to the neck. To the neck. You want to play football? You want to play football? To the neck. Please. I'm going to get a concussion.
Charlotte not happy there with some of the physical play that's been afforded her, especially from Kayla Wood at the defensive end.
You know, Joe, anytime a defender is getting into your head, you know that they're doing the right job. Charlotte is a competitor, so I do expect for her to figure things out. We see her talking with her teammates right now, all of them collaborating together, and that's something that Abby Bosco said. She feels like it is an overall team effort. Everyone is talking, and they just kind of piece it together as a team. making sure that they are eliminating the best tendencies of their opponent. So I do expect for those changes to be held on the field, despite the fact that this is Team Apuzzo's timeout.
Courtney, look at where Kayla Wood is as far as the points secured in this game alone. Kayla is on top, 68 points, all the while drawing the most difficult defensive assignment in Charlotte North.
You know, every time she creates a cause turnover, that's plus 14. It's bigger than a goal. That's how defenders can move up that leaderboard. So not surprised at all, because she has picked the pocket of Charlotte North several times. I want to say at least 3 times in this game.
We'll see when we get the stat sheets handed out. But Charlotte has had a frustrating night, 0 for 4 shooting, as we go to Team Apuzzo at the offensive end. Mastriani looking for the hat trick. Gilbert looking for her second. Rejected there by Waters. 5 points for the goalie save. Evans came out of the pack. She was floored. This will be Team Bosco ball.
Athletes Unlimited. Physical style of play, more so than what people are used to seeing at the NCAA level. These players are faster. They are fit. They are athletic. But again, anytime you displace a player from where they are going or meant to be, the referees are going to blow that whistle. So again, more physical play, but still safely done.
Grace Griffin, who struck earlier in this contest for Team Bosco. It was a 2-pointer, in fact, in the second quarter. She has the ball. She'll share with Charlotte North. Wood is right there. They'll play the 2-person game around the screen of Griffin. Charlotte North delivers to Alex Ost-Holman. Alex's numbers climbed last week. She's got goals in 3 of her last 4. Griffin with 10 seconds to shoot. Double team pressure comes from Arsenal, nudging Griffin a long way from the goal. This is going to be a shot clock violation against Team Bosco. -2 for everybody in blue.
Very smart of Sammy Jo Tracy to put the ball into the corner. The worst case scenario is giving the team a quick fast break opportunity, going to the opposite end because you take a last minute desperation shot, and then you give the keeper an easy +5 save.
And as we have learned, that is not a -10 against Sammy Jo for rolling the ball away. It's just a shot clock violation subtraction of 2 points. Apuzzo driving in against Bosco. Here comes the double from Griffin. Sam keeps it. Big face dodge off the hitch. Gilbert with just over 4 minutes left in the third. Moreau challenged, plays it on to Apuzzo. Sam gets to the alley and fires. That's just wide of the post. Backed up on the end line by Van Thoff. She'll work in against Geiger. Couple of Loyola Greyhounds there. Face dodge Mastriani, one of a dozen Tar Heels in all of Athletes Unlimited. This shot snapped high.
Joe, Team Bosco may have gotten away with one. It looked like Ali Mastriani was kind of hit high. We see her as she's jogging back, adjusting her goggles. Again, any play around the player's head, oftentimes it's so fast and quick inside, sometimes it can be difficult to see.
Kat Buchanan joins us for the chair chat. Kat, the understudy to Kaylee Waters, the backup netminder as Evans goes to the goal. Sammy Jo Tracy flicks it on. 6-on-6 at this end of the field. North peeking out against Wood. Kat, we've been marveling at North against Wood so far. Strength of offense against strength of defense. Pretty good matchup, eh?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, they both go really hard, and they're really strong competitors, so it's a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing to watch that throughout today.
Kat, what do you think the best options to beat Team Apuzzo's defense are for Team Bosco?
We just want to keep moving the ball. We want to stay unselfish and just, get our middies involved and keep poking there. And I think it's going to start falling more come this second half. Yeah.
Kat, we're in the final week of Athletes Unlimited. Everybody starts to peak more and more at the leaderboard. What's the chatter like in the team locker rooms as we hit these final 3 days of play?
No one. I haven't heard about it at all in my locker room, at least. Abby's been playing incredible all season. It's really fun to be playing with her. She's at number 3, but I know she's not one to go look at the leaderboard. So she's really just focused on having, a team game and team wins and, really working together. And I think she's been doing an incredible job so far as a group.
Kat, your team has had 2 two-point goals so far in this game. First Griffin and then Kent. How fun is it to play with them?
It's so fun. You know, everyone here is just so great, and it's really competitive, and, you know, seeing Kenzie shoot from 3 feet below GLE is pretty cool.
Free position shot coming for Lauren Gilbert, the speedster. Lets it fly wide of the cage, guarded by Kaylee Waters. Kat, give us a net minding lesson. Compare and contrast the two keepers, Kaylee Waters and Britt Reed.
You know, both phenomenal goalies. I got to play with them both for 2 weeks, so they're the only people I've been behind, but it's been a lot of fun. Kaylee plays a little lower in the arc, and Britt plays a little higher. Both righties, both play great, both good high, both good low, so.
Kat, as the game continues to go on and it remains tight, who do you think your team would rely on to have the ball in their stick?
You can't even pick. I mean, I think we have such a strong offense. You know, Kenzie's been, you know, balling. Charlotte with the ball, you can't really go wrong. Alex Oss, obviously. It's all great. The whole group is awesome. So, you know, Molly Garrett put one away. We can. Erica did too. So our middies clearly are doing something here.
Ost Holman with the delivery there, Kat, to make this an 8-8 game.
A nice little pick play down on the crease. I like the action. Cuts coming from that weak side. A lot of dimensions going on in that offense. Kat, when you look at your team, obviously you've practiced throughout the week. What were the focuses?
You know, I think just playing as a team and working the ball and using each other. You know, trying to work two-man game, and really getting our middies involved is something we've been focusing on. But really just playing together, I think that's kind of the key to the game, and that's the key to lacrosse. And no one really wants to get too focused on the single play that can start to evolve. But this team has been, you know, really fun so far to play with, and it's been a very team-oriented group.
Tied up at 8, Kat, with 80 seconds to go in the third. I read where that you wanted to play college ice hockey during your time. What position would you have been playing on the rink?
Probably center or left wing. That's kind of where I played my whole life. Yeah.
The athletes here in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse always bring up ice hockey, Kat, saying that, you know what, it teaches you how to get hit and not be bothered by it.
Yeah, I definitely have a higher pain tolerance because of hockey. Getting hit in lacrosse also as a goalie kind of helps with that, but I've been playing with guys since I was really little, so very physical, and I think it really shows in Kenzie Kent's performance, and, you know, she can take a hit from the ground or from anyone and keep working through it.
8-8 score. Kat, we appreciate it. Thanks very much for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Joe, I remember talking to Kat on Media Day and how she felt that hockey helped her lacrosse skills, that she got those quicker movements, she could see the play in front of her, the speed, the IQ, her overall vision were big pluses. Just to playing another sport, you can often pull from many sports and bring it onto that lacrosse field.
I was just hoping she was going to do the double goaltending performance, both hockey and lacrosse. Colson on the move, sprinting to the cage. Last seconds, that one out of the cross of Vanthoff. It's too late. No goal there. No goal there. We are 8-8 after the third quarter. The second quarter is won by Team Apuzzo, 2-1.
That's what I love about Athletes Unlimited. The score is tied, however, Apuzzo picked up those quarter points. So again, very important what you do each and every quarter. Apuzzo started out strong in the third, was able to finish off and hold on to that tie. Tremendous effort as they have brought things back to evens.
The nip and tuck storyline continues in this game. We are 8-8 after 30 minutes of play. Sam Apuzzo back in good form. She has the hat trick. Mastriani shooting well too with 10 minutes to go. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN is sponsored by Nike and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. Fans are having a great time this Thursday night. It's game 19 of 24 in Season 3 with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. We are dead even at 8 apiece. Team Apuzzo just banked another 20 points for winning the third quarter on goals from the captain and Ali Mastriani, her second, Apuzzo's third, outdistancing the one strike from Alex Ost-Holman. Folks, just a reminder, your fantasy pick'em update. Week 3 on the leaderboard champions, Team B. Bailey 13 and Breezy Dodge 22. If you want to keep playing fantasy pick'em, join the softball season for another chance to win at auprosports.com/fantasy. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor, Maria Trivalpiece, your announced team as we look at the top 5 on the leaderboard.
Sam Apuzzo, Taylor Marino. Sam Apuzzo surpassing Taylor Marino as she is currently playing Abby Bosco's team in blue. Katie Glynn, but look at Britt Reed moving up that leaderboard ranking again. 2 quarter wins for the team in orange, so they are going to continuing to follow their way all the way up that leaderboard.
As we set the table for the 4th, we are joined by Charlotte North. And Charlotte, this has been a very, very close game. What's likely to be the deciding factor in the 4th?
I think it's about, staying on our chances on offense and coming up with those 50-50 balls. We're talking about riding hard, being able to take seconds off the shot clock for when they get the ball on offense. We want to do everything in our power to slow that ball down when we can, but also take our opportunities on offense and fire shots off.
Charlotte, when you look at those opportunities on offense, what do you think are the best ways to beat Team Apuzzo's defense?
I think we want to get them moving a little more. We don't want to stand and watch the Dodger. We want to all be working together as a unit, so we got to do our job off ball.
Charlotte, keep the chatter up. We're going to be riding your microphone for a while, okay?
Cool. Yeah. Here we go, D. Let's go, Court.
Cheering on her BC teammate there.
Yes, Court. Go.
And very happy on the caused turnover.
Hey, initiate. Ready? Yeah. Shammy? Ready? Oh! Bang! Walling.
She wanted Alex to shoot it there.
Yeah.
Oh, great stop by Britt Reed. She stonewalled Erica Evans.
So good. No, it's walling. It's really long. It's fine. Yeah, exactly.
The offensive huddles continue while the defense digs in.
Yeah. Keep going, yeah. Same thing when I came off that Kenzie, I was like, woo! I mean, they're walling.
Gilbert will turn away from Taylor. Mastriani on the wing.
Step up, step up, step up. Oh.
Off the post, off the helmet of Waters, and then the netminder sprints out of the cage. Apuzzo with a strong ride, nearly forcing the turnover there.
Go, 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 go.
McCone listening to 88 fires, and Reed knocks it aside. Huffing and puffing, she fires to score. Charlotte North gets herself on the board for the first time tonight.
Love the communication of the offense, talking about what just occurred, what they see happening on the field. We see Kayla Wood was off of her offensive assignment. Charlotte North, look at that distance that she had. Anytime you don't have close contact, you're not touching the hands and or body of your attacker, somebody like Charlotte North, who's an incredibly powerful shooter, is going to make you suffer.
Courtney, Charlotte loves to play basketball. That was the equivalent of a step-back three, right? She stepped away from the defender to create more room.
Yeah, she already had almost a stick length from her defensive player, but the reason why she's stepping away, you cannot follow through into that defender. Otherwise, that would be another dangerous foul, and it would go against the offense. So being aware of your spacing and surroundings incredibly important as an attacker.
Great game coming down to the stretch run now, a 9-8 lead for Team Bosco. Charlotte North, the first goal in the fourth. McCone, though, lost possession. That's a caused turnover for Moreau. The rookie picks up 14 for that takeaway. Amy says thanks very much as Van Thoff maneuvers in with Scotty Rose grounding. This is a one-point game, and all the while, Team Apuzzo's squad has hit the post 3 times past Kaylee Waters. You got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good.
You know, but you see her selling out on the field. I love that last play where Kaylee Waters ran out, kind of chucked the ball, hitting it to her teammates, so they were able to get possession yet again.
Back up on the end line, closest to the ball, Waring when it leaves the field on a shot gets possession. Team Apuzzo down to 18 seconds on the 60-second shot clock. Gilbert on the go. Fenced in there by Taylor. Arsenault, who had a strong first half, drawing 3 defenders. Gilbert with 5 seconds to shoot. 2-person game with Arsenault not there. Ball down, and it comes up for Van Thoff with a fresh 60 as we near the midway mark of the fourth. First of 2 games tonight. Team Marino and Team Glenn coming your way, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN+.
Joe, and that's very defeating as a defense. Team Apuzzo has used it to their advantage anytime they've had second and third looks at the goal, finishing generally.
Pass inside, tough catch there for Fiedler. She was being held all the way. And it appears as if Fiedler will get a free position shot, trying to end a stretch of 6 consecutive misfires for Team Apuzzo. Waters will dig in. Fiedler to the goal, sent it wide. Tracked down Waters, made a great save there on a Apuzzo stuff attempt. And now Apuzzo, with the offense running dry, not able to convert from free position either, 0 for 3. Bosco will weave her way through the traffic with 5 minutes left in what is a 1-point game. 8 of the first 18 this season, Courtney, have been decided by just 1 point.
You know, incredibly tight. The fact that Team Bosco is winning by a goal, they're going to need to take care of that ball as much as possible, get a lot of time off the shot clock. You'd heard Charlotte North talking about that. Be smart with the ball, let the clock do the work.
North has 4 2-point goals this season. She's hiding back behind the cage. Kenzie Kent scored a 2 at this end of the field with a similar kind of move. Reed anticipated that well. Oss Holman comes up with a ball, new 60-second shot clock for Team Bosco. 9-8 game, 1-0 in the fourth, thanks to the North goal.
Joe, I feel like this is like her with hockey, coming around the backside.
Those wraparound attempts. Reed taking away position, helping out defender Ali Palermo, the former Northwestern Wildcat, all Big Ten performer. Griffin gets a step on Arsenal, who recovers so quickly. Down to 24 seconds on the shot clock, 3:45 in the game. Sammy Joe with a behind-the-back flick. That's a turnover. Arsenal was in the vicinity, and away comes Team Apuzzo in orange. Colson loves to run. She may have a 4-on-3 here. No break opportunity, so Sam Apuzzo will slow it down. 13 minutes upwards of the drought for Team Apuzzo. Their last goal provided by Ali Mastriani. Ali has the ball here. Speeds in on Garrett. Two-person flip there for Scotty Rose. Brownie was bothered by Evans and fouled. Team Apuzzo wasting no time off the restart. Sam gets inside, bouncer, stopped. Waters found that one at her feet. Kaylee Waters with the 8 stops, 5 points for each of them.
It's not often in tight that you're able to stop Sam Apuzzo from a 1v1. But again, the turnovers plaguing Team Bosco. They're tiring out the defense, and only at some point it's gonna let up. Sam Apuzzo and those players in orange, they are relentless with the ball in their stick, and they're generating quality shots. Just Kaylee Waters has been in their way every step of the way.
Definitely playing with fire when you're looking at the firepower that's out there for Team Apuzzo. 15 turnovers against Team Bosco today. Mastriani rips it upstairs. We are tied at 9. Ali Mastriani has the hat trick.
Ali Mastriani doing her job on both ends of the field. She's tough to beat on defense, but tough to stop on attack. Using pure speed and determination, Ali Mastriani has tied things up here at Athletes Unlimited.
Lots of drama shaping up. Look at the scoreboard in the fourth. The chase for those 20 points, tied. The overall chase for the win, 45 points, tied at 9. Plenty on the line down the stretch with a little more than 2 minutes to operate in regulation. Friends, for every assist during this year's Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse season, Aspirations committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this weekend of play, the athletes have 115 helpers. That means 1,150 trees have been guaranteed with their assists. Plenty of fine ball movement again in this one.
In order to score goals, moving the ball is the best way to do it. Get others involved. Aspiration, planting a tree for every assist, but it generates offense. Again, the players say, share the ball, good things happen. This is a pure example of that.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse presented by Nike. An evening ago, Athletes Unlimited Softball, phenomenal experience in Greenville, North Carolina. A couple of great 4-3 softball games. Chucky Kemp and Amanda Scarborough, we're envious of those. They were at the microphone for it. These are the in-game leaders. Mastriani, no surprise to see her with her 3 leading those just moving in this game.
And Joe, not surprised that we see a lot of orange. They've already won 2 out of the 3 quarters thus far. So 1 through 10, all going to players in those orange jerseys. And then players who are doing good individually in blue. Kent, she scored a 2-point goal. Waters with a lot of saves in goal. Again, what you do producing as a team as well as individually is how you move up that leaderboard.
Plenty of folks fired up on the sideline. Captain Apuzzo gets the goggles back. 9-9 with 2:10 to go. It was a 6 game at the half. Team Apuzzo won the 3rd. This game has been tied now for the 9th different time. Alex Ost-Holman had a 3rd quarter strike. North and Mastriani have traded goals here in the 4th, so we are level at a buck apiece, and a very important draw straight ahead between McCone and Mastriani. Team Apuzzo, a slim leader in terms of draw controls, 10-9 prior to this one.
Joe, we just saw Alex Ost-Holman dancing it up out on the field. Captain Abby Bosco said she just wants a team with great vibes and players who have fun on the field, and that's most definitely Ost-Holman.
You know Alex a free spirit. She's not at all biting her fingernails in a 9-9 game like this.
No, she's relaxed.
Scotty Rose Growney has the ball. 6-on-6 at this end of the field, 40 seconds on the shot clock. Team Marino and Team Glenn warming up. They come your way 7:30 Eastern on ESPN+. Taylor Marino, the defending Athletes Unlimited champion, trying to go back-to-back. Mastriani kicks it behind the cage. Gilbert returns it to 21 in the orange. Mastriani turns, gets topside, defended by Griffin. Arsenal, her pass, crossed up Scotty Rose, and look at Waters pounce on that ball. And a timeout going to be asked for and called by Team Bosco facilitator Rachel Hillhouse.
You love the excitement out of Kaylee Waters. You see her intensity out on that field. We just talked about the chemistry of Team Bosco. They felt like they had such a cool bond. They're building off of Team Bosco from week 3. They may have been wearing purple at that point. Many of these players in blue, and Kaylee Waters, credit with that caused turnover.
9-9, 1:19 left. Both teams are talking it over. We invite you to get into the game by joining the Unlimited Club. Once you're there, you'll vote on game MVPs, enjoy exclusive events, contribute 10% to the player bonus pool, and more. It costs you just $20 a year. You can sign up now at auprosports.com/membership. When you're in the Unlimited Club in lacrosse, you have a hand in the voting with regard to Defender of the Year. We'll hand that award out on Sunday, in fact. 9-9, Scotty Rose Growney wearing a microphone for us this early evening. Let's go into the game.
She's like stepping up that way. Oh, yeah. All day. Dempsey, that was all you. That was so Allie, good fucking job. So good. That was so smart. That's also the smarter thing to do. Yeah. No, I like.
Scotty Rose allowing us to eavesdrop on the enthusiasm. Critical stages of this game now. 70 seconds left in regulation. 4th quarter. The chase for those 20 points is level at 1. Grace Griffin waiting for offensive-minded subs. Kenzie Kent gets into position. Earlier this season, Andy Aldave had a game-winning goal in the final minute. We've had one game go beyond regulation. In fact, it wasn't even settled in sudden victory overtime. We needed a shootout. And it involved Team Apuzzo last week. Great pickpocket by Arsenal. 40 seconds left. Down the flank, Gilbert off the roll dodge. She spots Moreau. Last offensive possession can belong to Apuzzo. You see Mastriani looking over her shoulder. She sees 24 ticks left. Shot clock turned off. Arsenal fakes the flip to Apuzzo. Wants to get it to the captain. She's shut out by Bosco. Off the back door! It's Apuzzo to score!
Sam Apuzzo every time she touches the ball, especially in high pressure situations, she delivers. She says she thrives on any intense moment in the game. But Dempsey Arsenault with the caused turnover, picking the pocket of Grace Griffin, and then again, best friends. Dempsey Arsenault to Sam Apuzzo, and look at that excitement.
Abby Bosco so aggressive there. She was overplaying Sam, and then Apuzzo said, I'll make the backdoor cut. Arsenault finds her, and with just 12 seconds remaining, Arsenault's third helper sets up Apuzzo's fourth goal. It's 10-9, and a huge draw awaits. McCone needs to get possession for Team Bosco in blue. This is the first of the 3 games for these two teams. They'll be playing again on Saturday. Bosco gets Marino. Apuzzo gets Glenn. Between now and then, we'll settle this one. Kim Kramer, the official, has him lined up. Off the draw, it's a sprint for Mastriani. It's a ground ball for Arsenault. And Team Apuzzo, with the ball on the sideline, is going to escape. Team Apuzzo victorious. They take the fourth quarter and they take the overall game. In combination, that's a plus 65 for everybody in orange.
Now, I said it from the very beginning, a close game was what Bosco needed, because at any point, Sam Apuzzo could take over. And Sam Apuzzo did in the final minute of this game for her team, ever the captain. Sam Apuzzo, she said she loves Athletes Unlimited, just the friendly competition on the field, but you can see it in her eyes on the field. You know when that turn is about to happen.
So rare that she doesn't get on the board. We told you she's scored now in 34 of 36 career games in Athletes Unlimited. She scored a point in every game she's played, but she was held off the score sheet last Sunday. She responds with a vengeance today. 4 goals on the board, 12 points for each of those. So stat point-wise, she does very well as she's trying to chase Taylor Marino for the individual title in this Athletes Unlimited Season 3. A great game back and forth the whole time. And Team Apuzzo in orange edges Team Bosco. C55 in the blue lamenting the final count with her squad trailing by 1.
You know, as the teams are going to sit here and look at who they're going to vote for MVP, both teams get a vote. You can choose players from either or. Names that jump out at you: Apuzzo, Mastriani, Arsenault. Those were the players really getting it done on the field in terms of scoring. But then the defensive end, Kayla Wood, she was able to stop Charlotte North for a large portion of this game. You have to recognize her abilities on the defensive end. And then Lizzie Colson in transition.
10-9 for Team Apuzzo. Maria has Sam and Dempsey nearby.
Have the 2 best friends. Sam, I'll start with you. Walk me through that final goal.
Yeah, Dempsey made an unreal defensive play, and then saw me on a backdoor. It's just honestly like a friendship kind of look, and I'm so happy that she's on my team to make that play happen, because she really was a catalyst from start to finish on that. I was lucky enough to be on the ending part, but yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Dempsey, Sam picks you a lot. What is it like to play with her, especially when a play like that can happen?
Oh my gosh, we just trust each other so much, and I just know if I let her work, then she's gonna get open. So she has been such a great leader for this whole team, composed, and just awesome. So I'm lucky to play with her.
How special is it, both of you, Sam, you can answer this one, how special is it to be able to play together every week?
It's a dream come true. Graduating college, I never thought I was going to be able to play with her again. So being to have the opportunity to play with her every weekend when I get to get her, but it's so fun.
First win of the weekend, how do you carry that momentum through the rest of the week?
I think just feeding off this. We kind of had like a steady build. The defense played amazing. Britt played awesome. So just working together, and then hopefully the rest will play out in our favor.
Sam, you're known for those final moments, tough pressure situations. How do you stay composed in them?
I just look to my teammates. I love when my teammates are composed. It keeps me grounded. And I just have so much belief in our team that it just makes me feel calm and ready to go when those moments happen.
Thank you both so much, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
So much.
Joe, back to you.
Ladies, we appreciate it. Sam Apuzzo, Dempsey Arsenault doing their best thunder and lightning impression and striking for the game winner in the final minute of regulation. Sam Apuzzo's 4th on the day proves to be the winning margin. We have more lacrosse coming up for you. Just a reminder, Team Marino and Team Glenn coming your way 7:30 Eastern on ESPN Plus with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse presented by Nike. For Courtney, for Maria, for all the men and women in our technical crew, Joe Beninati, thanks so much for your time. This was a fabulous game, not decided until the final minute, and then the captain provides.